what was the coin, or coins I should say, that changed coin collecting forever? Not for a little bit, forever. When you hear the answer, we all know it. That being the beautiful state quarter program dating back to 1999. Can you believe? A quarter of a century ago. The number one collectible has always been the uncirculated 24 karat gold layered. For the first time in a long time, they're back. So the state quarter program kind of threw everybody into collecting. Everybody had a quarter board. Everybody was going to the banks to get a roll as they were released. Everybody complained that I can't find Denver if I'm on the East Coast. And if you're on the West Coast, I can't find Philadelphia's. And it just created this ability to communicate and collect globally, because it wasn't just the United States. But the secondary part was, what is being discussed here? Every state had a competition to pick the design of their coin and then submit it to the U.S. Mint to make it into a coin. So you could take the individualism of a state, like with Delaware, the very first ever, Caesar Rodney. Not Paul Revere, Caesar Rodney. The other guy that rode the horse that special night, right? And then you go into others like Wisconsin, my home state. We put a cow on our coin. Nothing wrong with that, right? Just something different. So the designs all fit, from the space shuttle to the Indy car on the Indiana coin to Hawaii with King Kamehameha. All beautiful stuff. 5 coins released every 13 weeks, and then we're through with it, right? We loved it so much that in 2010, the U.S. Mint said, we're going to do this again, and we're going to add it a notch. Part of our greatness as a society on top of is the fact that we have preserves set aside for all to remember, going back to the late 1800s, Teddy Roosevelt's big push, etc., and many others that were part of that process. National parks, some of them. Again, Yellowstone, Arcadia, just to name a few. But every state has one. So now let's take the park and the symbol of that park and make that special. And they continued that from 2010 through 2021. The last coin in this series, a standalone coin in 2021, Tuskegee, celebrating the Tuskegee Airmen of World War II. But every one of these coins, by the way, is uncirculated. Every one of these is then layered in 24 karat gold to give it that pop of wow. Now look at our price. It's $79.95 each for the state quarter collection and or the national parks collection. Your choice. All the coins are encapsulated in advance. All the coins are put in order in the albums in advance. And they're stored in these gorgeous leatherette albums, by the way. My competition sells the album for $29.95 that these coins are in. And they sell capsules 10 for $10. The math on that one means they're technically, if we use what they're doing, we're giving you the coins for free. Now, you have seen our competition with these because, well, they're important. People love them, whether it's your state or the whole collection in this beautiful look and feel. I mean, I can't, the number one request I had, and many of you that are golfers would know this, hey, can you send me one for my ball mark? I love it. And when you're on the golf course, what does everybody talk about? How cool your ball mark is. A little bit different, so brings it in there. So, by the way, we do have individual coins on our website, avccoins.com. Don't know how I got there, but I know I did it because I'm the only one talking. My competition has these beautiful coins. 1 coin per state, right? A P or a D. 56 coins in all, which is exactly what we have here tonight. The difference is our presentation And the difference is their price. The state quarter album, they're at $174. Yeah, we're almost $100 less. The National Parks album, they're at $162. Our price tonight, $79.95. It is your choice, one or the other, or better. Now, a couple of things that are with this collection. Something I did personally, and I know others, because I learned it from other people. Passing on this great hobby of ours, collecting America through its coinage, its history, is a phenomenal thing. And I've lived it my entire life, going back to being a paperboy in the 60s, and I'm fortunate to actually work in every day. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. The Great American Coin Hunt at its best, still going to shows, is when I start smiling versus looking at all the other stuff. Other than talking to you, of course, which is business. Buy the album, break it down. And it's logical. Some of you might have heard my stories about my grandfather. After my grandmother passed away on my father's side, wanted to live in his home. I understand that. It's the home where everybody was born. And my father being the youngest of 8 boys, right? My mother would go over a couple days a week, help with cleaning the house, making meals, so that way he could have what he wanted. And that's just part of it. A lot of families do that. The difference for us was when I sat down, my mother wouldn't take a dime. My grandfather gave us, my brother and I, collectible coins. But he would sit down with us and tell us the story of the coins. The 1942 Walking Liberty half dollar, right? The coin right after Pearl Harbor, and it was the largest silver coin in circulation. I didn't have to study any of this stuff to be talking about it on TV, because my grandfather taught it to me literally 50 plus years ago. I know for a fact, taking this collection and breaking it out and sitting down, what's the symbol of Texas? Well, it's the big star. Well, go look at the coin. Here it is. And then just the story of how Texas began, or the story of the image itself, or have you ever been to the state? You ever been there on vacation? All the greatness of having a conversation inside of this beautiful collectible. Guys, we got to put a 30-second clock. I blew through that stop sign, sorry. When I say stop sign, they usually are telling me in my earpiece or flashing me on one of my monitors, lots of activity, quantities getting low, blah, 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 time to move on kind of a thing. So that way we can count down chatting. So again, as I referenced, my competition's at 174 on one, 162 on the other. We're at $79.95, your choice. The #1 collectible coin of all time, the State Quarters program. They call it State Quarters 1, State Quarters 2. Others called it the National Parks program. The bottom line is this: 56 coins, uncirculated, gold layered, the best of the best. And tonight, wow, what a crazy price. You got to give us a call.